Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ereckdoon Rising, a Mayhem Channel game. Thank you for joining us here this Friday evening. It is nice to be back on our normal scheduling. Uh, you can always find us here at 8:30 Eastern Time every Friday for a game of D&D. Uh, I will be... God, I am so rusty. I will be your host. Sword X Pen or Spicy Nug or DM or whoever you want to call me. Um, but yeah, if you go down in the links below, you can join our Discord, where we'll welcome you with open arms, along with our YouTube channel and Patreon. So you can catch up to any of our other D&D channels or any of our other D&D shows, and always catch up on what has been happening in the last couple of episodes. Um, Without further ado, I will kick it to my players, and we shall begin after that. So we'll start with the newcomer, Concleod.
Hi, folks. I'm Concleod. I am playing Eobard Monsoon, who is a cleric bard and a pirate.
Arg.
Arg.
And then we will go with Cregan.
Hey, I'm Cregan. Sometimes I play Deadeye, our gunslinging fighter, Warforged, but tonight I'm playing my old school boy, Erdl, my turtle monk, former warlock, now paladin, sort of. So, yeah, he's here for a good time, not for a long time.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And on to our last but not least, Gray.
Oh, me. Oh, hello, everybody. It's me, the Grey Jedi, also the DM of Planetscape Edge of the Void. Come and tune in to our YouTube page, where multiple episodes were just aired. And as we speak, episode 11 is being uploaded to YouTube. So in a few hours, after we're done, if you're still awake and want to watch some more content of ours, check it out. And if you need some map maids, hit me up. I just got a burst of energy out of nowhere. I'm gonna crash real hard in like 20 seconds. Watch.
Let's hope not. A brief overview of the last session uh, uh, of what had happened is the last session. Our players took over the bad guys for most of the session, and then we came to a shocking conclusion of an attack on Matilda's bar and drawing of cards that started to change fate. Now all of the reworkings and everything are still being tied up into a neat little package for us. But without further ado, the last thing that you guys saw was a flash of energy. Your eyes begin to focus on the sheer emptiness of a white, I'm going to call it room, but it's really a space. You cannot find corners or anything. It just seems like you are floating. For those around you, of your party members in the bar, as the bar fades away, people start kind of turning into dust and blowing away. First, it was Amir who reached out, and then Kat. And then you all fade before nothing. All of you guys reappear. It seems kind of odd, and then you feel the sudden feeling of falling. First, slow at first, and then faster. As you look upon where you're falling to is a black void that is fastly approaching. And when you guys go and hit the void, everything goes dark. That even if you close your eyes, it is still dark. Your senses dull and it becomes eerily quiet. And then suddenly, you feel your body, well, bodies, rocking back and forth as it comes to fade into picture of boxes and crates, doorways. Then you hear the crashing of waves. Concleod, can you please describe what your character looks like?
Sure. You find a long-haired, not necessarily scraggly looking, but definitely a bit weathered uh, person standing in a bit of what seems to be a mix of Buccaneers gear alongside cleric's robe, and the cleric's robe looks quite weathered. Turning the face, you'd see an Asimar who's just looking rather chipper and a bit salty of the sea, with a blue bandana and regular medium build.
You had also experienced the Flash, and you are slightly confused because this wasn't where you were before. And somehow you found yourself on the ship, or at least in the hull. Another thing that is strange and that you pick up on is that hold on one second.
Sorry, I don't know why it keeps doing that.
It's okay. It happens. Alright. Speak again, Tim.
Hello.
Alright, cool. You're still here. If you want, you can just put up your Athos picture. Athos.
Okay.
Just for the meantime.
Everybody, my computer's not very much working tonight. I'm still here, it's just you will not see me.
Well,
That's Athos.
you are showing up on stream, so that's a good thing. Oh, there you are. Never mind. Getting back into the scene, you notice that the configuration of the cargo itself has changed significantly. Can you also give me a history check?
Sure. I got a 12.
Wasn't a very hard DC to go and get, so a 12 will do it. You notice that some of these boxes actually have the agency crest on them, which, in your recent memory, the agency exploded and was no more. And you haven't had any real business with them for the last 2 months. Everything has been silent.
Where did these come from? This is odd. Oh, maybe they brought some new stuff on the ship. How did I get here?
Oz and Ertl, you are close by, and you see you, Barb.
Oh, so we're like standing on board too, or
Yep.
what have you?
Yep. You kind of just you all take a moment to like really take in your bearings, and you kind of notice each other.
Greetings.
Yeah.
I didn't know we took any new
Now,
hands on the boats.
is this pre happening of the time stuff again? Sorry. Or is this after? Like,
This
Um,
is
or do we even know?
you guys do not.
Okay.
Memories complete.
As actual people, not your characters. This is an in between time.
Okay.
You guys will understand here shortly that some things might be different. Or you might be looking into the past of the previous timeline of what you guys have experienced already. Some of them might be played out as new, but they have happened in your past journeys here, and how you guys are. I'm sorry, because that was a jumble mess of words. This is how your characters came to be. This was their path, or one of the things on their path. Hopefully,
so
I explained that well enough.
we're on board this ship with Eobard, and the last thing that we remember besides falling into a void was the flash of light, the drawing of cards, the turn of events that led to that, and then up to this. So yeah, Ertl kind of looks around, locks eyes with Athos as the only recognizable face in the area, looks mildly relieved, though they doesn't really know Oz as well as he did the others. Looks back at Eobard and is like, I'm sorry, I don't know how we got here.
I don't either, but this ship is, there's a potential that maybe I drank something on deck while we were singing. I'm not terribly sure. Maybe, I don't know. But you're on the ship. You're you're on the dowry.
That's I guess that's a name for a ship, all right.
That's why I don't feel so well. Big cats don't like this. I just run over to the side and start hurling. Salty meats
Oh.
and cider spews out of my.
Oh dear.
Yum.
Not that corner.
Sorry,
Okay.
sweetmeats. That's right, sweetmeats. It's
Oh,
all
dear.
sweet stuff.
Can you guys give me a perception check, all of you, please?
Yes, I can.
One
Be a 15 for me.
I forgot to give him my
17.
Okay.
And I have uh there he is. A perception check.
Yep.
I have myself a 14.
All right. Cool. You all hear this. You hear the shouting of orders, rummaging on the top deck, and sounds of thunder crashing. And
Oh,
then
that.
the ship jostles, from side to side as if you went over a huge wave.
What are they doing up there? Especially without me. Oh, where are we when we're coming through a storm? I'm not even there. Excuse me, gentlemen, and I will make my way up to the top.
Make my way. Ertl and Oz, do you stay put and continue to throw up, or do you follow the strange new person you have found?
Well, walk over to Oz. I'm like, are you going to be square? Because something big just happened, and I'm not sure if I don't know how the hell we got here.
I hope you did.
Yes, I have no idea.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I don't really remember anything how we got here. So I remember flying, and then now we're here.
Do you remember the flash of light?
I will
I
just
keep
to point out that everyone experienced a flash of light. If I didn't, I feel like I didn't really explain it well.
Yeah. Oz wasn't at the tavern, was he?
No, he was not. It was Zonton.
Okay. So something happened at Haven Hills. I don't know what happened after, but we're both here now, and that gentleman that just went up top deck knows more about where we are than we do, so we might want to stick nearby. So I I take out my alchemy jug and I whisper into it to get it to produce fresh water, and I offer it to Oz. I'm like, this is just going to be water, so if you're feeling a little squeamish, you need something to, kind of wash it out. Just it's going to have water in it for now. It'll help ease the problem. And then I start headed up top deck to follow up behind Eobard, see what the hell's happening.
My stomach's open, so I feel much better.
Good. God, I feel like every time I'm about to pronounce this word, like I'm gonna mess it up. Eobard.
Mm-hmm.
As you are the first to come out, you see familiar faces of your crewmates, and as you look around, everything is a buzz. From just your general knowledge of being out at sea, it seems like, I mean, the sail is still at full mast, and it seems like this storm caught them off guard. Because normally you would batten down the hatches, everyone would kind of be secured already. Because storms may move fast, but this must have snuck up on your crew. You hear the shouting orders of Lady May, a tall, orange tabaxi with a tricorner cap that has her ears poking out of it, and a long feather jutting outward. She seems to be in loose terms of a pirate gear or buccaneer. And she is while steering the ship, barking orders at other crewmates. It is at this point in time that Erdl and Oz join you, and where you guys are positioned, it's not a highly trafficked area, but it doesn't seem like the crewmates are paying any attention to you at this point in time. What would you guys like to do?
So I see the sail is still up, and did the lady say anything about the sail being up?
She's barking orders to go and to get everything ready for the harsh storm. She has pointed that out to at least a few crew members who are not slow to react, but just it just they're kind of like deer in headlights, to where they're like where the fuck did this come from, type of look.
I'm going because I'm assuming that I recognize those ones that are deer in the headlights. Yes.
History check.
$16.
You do recognize them, but they have younger looking faces, along with Lady May. You might have not have realized it before, but as you like get a better glance and you're kind of pressing on your memory, it dawns on like, why do these guys look younger than what they have been?
I was about to clap at them and say something toward. I guess I will stop. Does it feel like they're younger than when I met them?
Yes.
Oh my. Yeah. So they look younger, and everybody looks younger.
Yep.
Oh. Can I do a religion check right now? Because I'm familiar enough with time to wonder what's going on.
You may do a religion check. Erdl and Oz, are you doing anything in the meantime?
I see the hesitation on Eobard, and knowing that they were most familiar with the ship gives me a moment of pause. So I'm just kind of like, oh, that's not good.
I got a 9 on the religion check there.
You know something's up. You know when something is fishy.
Because he's a pirate.
So yes, you do know when something is fishy. You can't quite put your tongue on it, but
It's fishy tasting.
but something is amiss.
So before, I'm not going to clap at those two that I had. Like I would really just have, said something to make them move. I'm going to approach because I'm assuming Lady May is up deck, above, like towering a bit over folks.
Yep. She is currently at the wheel and steering the ship.
I'm going to approach cautiously. Lady May, where did the storm come from?
So, can you make me a dexterity check?
Oh, good. Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
19.
So as you make your way to where Lady May is, um, uh, running around the ship and going up the steps, it's not a matter of you like going with the rocking motion of the rough waters that you are in. It is more or less like you are staying out of the way, and where like crewmates are passing right by you, still not even acknowledging you, not looking over, but just dead set on what they're at. You don't know if like did they not see you if they're running past you and almost knocking you over. Um, but you make it up the steps, and to Lady May, as you are there and you ask her that question, she kind of squints and like looks around before kind of like shaking and going back to the task at hand, which is her steering the ship.
Oh. You two see me down there, right? And I'm looking down at Oz and Erdl because they've acknowledged me at this point.
I just
yeah,
kind of
I see you.
I wave and smile.
What race are you again?
I am ASMR.
Isua.
So he looks human at first glance, but a little.
I still
Right.
look down to you.
I'm like a Pokemon shiny. That's of
Yeah,
humans.
that's what I was
That's what
gonna
I've
say.
looked at it as.
You're like a prettier human, but you also have celestial in your blood.
No.
Good lady, can you see me? Hear me? Hello.
The same thing, a little bit more of a response of her like before when she was squinting and kind of like looking around as if something was like a fly was pestering her. It's now more of like a wide-eyed looking around before her focus actually or before her eyes actually focus in on you. And who are you and why are you aboard my ship? I do not know you.
Good lady, I am your. Oh no, I start to think that there's something wrong with time right now because I recognize them being younger. Um, my lady, I am a helping hand here on your ship. I'm just here to assist you.
Well, put your assistance to good use. Go and damn them. Go and help with the mast.
Absolutely, aye. I will go down to the mast. I know how to take down the sail and everything, so I will head in that direction.
Yep. You go right ahead. It. Can you make a insight check?
I have a natural 1 for an 11.
Okay. That is a pretty. You see her focus back on her original task.
All right. I'll be back, but I head towards the mast anyway. I was given an order.
All right. Can you give me an athletics check? Ertl and Oz, are you moving about the deck? Are you helping, staying out of the way?
I don't know if Ertl had ever really worked on board a ship like this, so I mean, he did live in a village that was partially fishing, but I don't think he ever left to be on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
Athos had would it came basically from like a high old school, like an animal kingdom type of lineage. So like I was a part of like a higher class. So it's like I wasn't doing boats and stuff before my life.
Okay. Uh,
So yeah, Ertle's just going to kind of like he's going to see Eobard's trying to help pick up some of the work after seeing that weird interaction between him and the captain, and then just kind of looks for somebody who looks like they're having trouble and try and assist the nearest person that seems to be having the most trouble.
okay. Um,
On the athletics check, I got a dirty 20.
nice. Ertl, you can also give me an athletics check. And what exactly do you help with? There are people with ropes, lifting and securing things. There are people tugging at ropes to go and bring up the mast, just like Eobard. Um, there are people running around, kind of steadying others in their works.
I think I'd be trying to secure things so that things aren't like falling all over, knocking into people. And I got a 17 for my athletics.
Okay. Uh, so for your 17, uh, you're able to stop a couple of barrels from going over at first, and then you're running around and able to help out a fair bit. Um, and Eobard, um, you're able to get the mast up halfway, and then can everyone give me a dexterity save?
Oh shit. Here comes the gravy train. You said
I have an
dex-
8.
That's going to be a 12.
Okay.
Hey, at least I'm an aquatic character.
That is true. It's very helpful. Oz, uh, dexterity save, please. And you're muted.
Well, dizzy damn. I got myself a 22.
Okay. Uh, so Oz and Ertl, you pass, while Eobard, um, unfortunately, as the sudden lurch forward and then a sudden shift back, with the mast partially up, the wind is going in and out of it, pretty much. Like it's pushing back on it and then forward on it. It hasn't torn, but in you would know that you had stopped moving. You are now stuck in place. Uh, you are knocked prone. Uh, Ertl and Oz, you're able to steady yourself to where you are not knocked prone, but you get the sudden sense of your motion has stopped. Excuse you. Um, my dog's gonna start barking at herself. Anyway, um, what do you guys do?
Um, the storm is still going though.
Yep, it hasn't slowed down.
Oh, I don't like that.
But we can't move.
The boat is
The
stuck.
boat is yeah. Um, I slowly draw my riptide katana and walk to the nearest edge of the ship to look over the side.
Okay.
I just try to get up.
Okay. You get up. No problem there. Oz, what are you doing? Are you
Yeah, I guess I'll bump out my wings and give a good fly around. See
okay?
if anything is stuck down there.
That's fine. You're able to fly up and kind of take an overview. Can you give me a perception check? Um, Ertl, you aren't the only one that goes and rushes over to the side. A few people uh, go over and look.
Dirty 20.
All right, I'll explain about what you're about to say.
Oh no.
But we'll go with first as you Ertl, as you're looking over. You do bump into a few people that are going over to the guardrail. A couple people give you kind of like uh, weird looks as they bump into you, and then like you would have to give me an insight check if you want to look further into that.
Yeah. No, Earl's not the most insightful, but if I'm given the opportunity to roll insight, oh shit, Deadeye's not the insightful one. Earl is.
Yep.
That is a 24. Holy
Nice.
balls.
You see when they bump into you, they get a recognition of like you're there. But as soon as like you're not touching or you're not like fully interacting with them, like their face glazes over and they get right back into what they were doing.
Oh my god, it's like we're the freaking silence.
But as you are
Horrible.
looking over the edge of the ship, uh, and with Oz flying over, a crack of lightning before you see a giant body underneath of the ship as tentacles shoot up from out of the water and grab onto the hull. At least four of them are actually going over and gripping the top of the ship. Eobard, you kind of are taking this all in as you are getting up to where you see a couple of other crewmates are then grabbed. And while in the split second of you taking a look at their face, you don't recognize them. And then they get pulled under.
Do I remember at that point? Do I remember of the time I spent on the ship? Anybody talking about fighting something this size and with this look?
You've heard stories of the uh, of a kraken attacking the ship.
Right.
And you weren't. It's not like they went into a lot of detail because, of course, when you're at sea with your mates, you tend to exaggerate a few details on how it all happened and what really went on in all accounts. But with that, we're gonna roll initiative, guys.
Oh, good.
Woo. So what was this about this being a lighter session there? You said that before the stream?
Well, it is a lighter episode to where I'm not trying to make you guys cry, but I'm also trying to tell an interesting story.
I got a 22.
I got an 18.
And Oz?
Are you muted again?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's all been breaky. One more time, quick.
It's all been breaky?
Yeah. The audio has been kind of in and out, so
Okay.
I didn't catch that last part.
So, roll initiative.
Okay.
If you didn't already know that you guys are being attacked by a kraken.
No. I heard that part, but I didn't hear the roll initiative part.
Okay, that's fine.
That is going to be a 14. Oh wait, I have advantage. I'm 17.
Cregan, you get a mayhem die. 17.
Yay! Yes.
All right.
I haven't had one of those dice in a long ass time.
Eobard, you are up first.
I mean, where do we want to go with this one?
Yeah, the tally is still 44 normie die in my collection.
Yeah, I should really burn those up, or at least give you like a challenge to go and like get rid of those.
It'd be fun.
So, what's still sticking out of the kraken out of the water?
There are. So, you count a total of 10 tendrils or tentacles, 4 of which are actually holding on to the boat itself, while the other 6 are. Some are up, like just kind of floating as if ready to attack. The other ones have pulled people in already.
Okay. So, realizing that we're going to have some problems,
Earl, you're also on deck. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Oz, Ertl, and the captain, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, then I am going. I'm going to cast Bless on the 3 of them at level 1.
Nice.
So
Okay.
you said we're being blessed.
Each of you have been blessed.
So that's a D4
Just a
to
D4?
attacks and saving throws, right?
Yep.
Nice.
So the 2 of you and the captain, which I would probably care about the most.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
And is there anybody including the crew close to me, just so I have like a reference point of how close anybody is to me?
There are a few crewmates, some of which that you don't recognize, and then a few that you do. The few that you do aren't specifically near you on this ship. I don't know where I was kind of going with that, but no one's in the immediate vicinity of you. There are like the crewmates that were helping you pull up the mast, but that's kind of about it. Probably within like 5 to 10 feet.
Okay, I just want to like get a sense of it where they were for causing a problem or having a problem. Okay. Then I guess with my movement, I will move closer to one that is closer to one of the tendrils that is holding the ship.
Okay. It's not very far. It's probably about 10 feet away from you.
All right.
So
Well, I'll be there for the next one.
Yep. And is that the rest of your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, Ertl.
All right, I am going to run to the nearest tentacle that's wrapped around the ship because that seems to be our biggest concern is to get it loose from us first. And I am going to take a two-handed swing with the Riptide Katana so that if I hit, it's a 1d10 instead of a 1d8 for damage.
I'll say for the tentacles that you're hitting, I'll give you advantage because they're not necessarily moving
Oh, that's even better.
for all of you.
All right, so with the D4, and that is a 27 to hit. Holy shit.
That hits.
No pluses, no D4s for the damage because that's not how bless works. I am going to use a bonus action spell slot for branding smite 2nd level to
Okay.
add to the damage because fuck these tentacles. This ain't no hentai. I'm not into that right now. And also, because it doesn't say, I don't think it says that it's counted as, as an action. Okay, so you have to do that as a separate action. Okay, so that's fine. So, 6 points for the branding smite, which will be, that's radiant damage, and it basically puts a little glow on it that would make it visible if it turned invisible. It doesn't give anybody advantage on it, but hey, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of cool to have. And then it is 11 points of damage from the sword itself. I get a second swing because my boy's got 2 attacks. However, I think I am going to go, instead of swinging the sword a second time, we're going to go and burn some key points.
We have 2 monks fighting this
Oh,
thing.
dude. When me and Sword first started, we were both the same class of monk.
Yep.
It was wild. How times have changed. Ertl is now a totally different monk and is no longer a monk lock. He's a monk paladin. And not the best kind of paladin right now.
Well, right now.
Well, we'll see what happens down the road. So spending 2 key points to do Fist of Unbroken Air, which the actually, you know what? No, I'm just gonna spend 3 key points. Fuck that, because this just means that I get to cast this spell instead, which I think does no 2 key points is better. Sorry. So it's Fist of Unbroken Air. The tentacle has to make a strength. Well, the Kraken has to make a strength saving throw of DC 13, which is not going to be difficult for a Kraken, I imagine. It's going to take.
27.
Wait, does it even take half damage? On a failure, it takes plus. Oh, it doesn't take half damage at all from that. Oh, well, that's bonkers. I wouldn't have done that if I had known. Shit. Damn. Oh,
You're on deck, by the way.
I'm not going to try and retroact that. That's just me not reading up on my abilities.
That's okay.
That sucks. Oh well. I saw I was going to be doing some extra cool monk shit just then.
You always have next turn.
Yep.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I used all my abilities, actions, bonus actions, and whatnot.
Okay. Because I forgot, and it's going to use a legendary action to use a tentacle attack as it goes and hits one of the crewmates, and from what you see, they are grappled and pulled aloft off the deck. Oz, you're up.
All right. Sorry, it's just been a little bit since I've looked at Oz. So I'm just going over his things here. Okay. Cool. So, for this round, since I'm flying, I bonus action Echo Knight a visage of myself as we both fly over to one of the tentacles, aligning ourselves up. We don't get advantage, it's just for flavor. I'm going to make my 2 attacks, and I'm going to use Unleash Incarnation. So he can make an extra attack, and then I'll do Fury Blows afterwards. So I'm going to start with me. So Athos basically just flies straight up to this thing with its claws just out, makes 2 attacks.
Okay.
That one's cocked. 25 for the first one.
Hits.
Natural 20 for the second.
I think that hits.
I believe it does. It's D6. So first we got 7 points of damage for the first one, and then 16 points of damage for the second one. Now I'm doing the Unleash Incarnation. So whenever I take an action, an attack action, I can make 1 additional melee attack from my Echo's position. So he's going to make 1. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
It hits.
It hits. Okay. So he is also going to do. That is going to be 8 points of damage from him.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a Fury of Blows.
Now, do you need to expend your bonus action to do that?
Yes, that is true. So I guess that's it.
Okay.
Actually, it does not. No, I do not. It's just whenever I take the attack action, I just have to mark off the feature.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
You heighten your Echo's Fury whenever you take the attack action. You make 1 additional melee attack from your Echo's position.
Well, summoning your Echo was the bonus action, correct?
That is. Yeah, no, I'm dumb. Continue.
No, you're good. I just wanted to make sure because I thought I heard you say bonus action summon spirit or summon your
It
Echo.
is. No, you are absolutely right.
It's all
I'm
good.
just.
So, legendary action. Eobard, can you roll a D20? Evens or odds?
Let's go with odds.
Okay. Please roll a D20 then.
Okay. 16.
Okay. So you hear a sudden thwack of the person being let go and actually tossed on back to the ship. The crewmate is not moving at that point.
Oh.
Lady May is up. She calls over another one of your crewmates to go and take over her position on the steering wheel, and quickly runs over to one of the tentacles of the Kraken and jumps over and slides over it to get into kind of like the middle of the ship and starts hitting the Kraken. We'll do. I don't actually have a character sheet for her, so. Oh, cool. She got 2 nat 20s. Of course. It. Honest to God, that's actually what it came up to be. 2 nat 20s. Holy shit. Why couldn't I have rolled this good at any other point? So she's attacking with her cutlass, which, hold on really quickly, and I will look something up. Do. Alright, so with that, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I should have been a little bit more prepared on that one. There it is. Alright, so with that, she rolls for damage. For the first one being 4. 18 just hits for another 11 damage. So she goes and attacks it and does 11 damage. That is going to be the end of her turn. It is now the Kraken's turn.
Oh boy.
You hear the creaking of the ship as it is being squeezed in its grip. Oh, it would. It would. It got a nat 20 on attacking the ship. And for a total of... What's... Never mind. For 38 points of damage. In total, the ship has, let's say, 120. The other 2 attacks, one does go for Lady May, and the other one goes to another one of the crewmates. For Lady May, it hits, and for the crewmate, it also hits. Lady May takes 20 points of damage, and the crewmate is actually pulled into the water, as you can see that it kind of crushed him and then pulled. That's the end of its turn. Next up is you have a couple of crewmates hitting back at it with a couple of axes for defenses. And so we will get them sorted really quickly. And so they go to hit. They hit with 22. For a total of 12 points of damage towards it. That is the end of their turn, and it's Eobard.
So is the main body of the Kraken out of the water?
It is.
Okay. Just seeing the captain get walloped. A little mad, a little annoyed.
Yeah.
Eobard moves towards the side of the ship where the Kraken is. And what's the distance from between me and main body there?
I mean, it's a gigantic creature. It's fairly close, probably 15 feet away, as it's kind of like underneath of the ship.
Okay. So at this point I am still I'm probably I have my shield out. I'm just basically going to finger point at it and very much be gone. And I'm going to cast lightning bolt at it. And at level 6.
Okay. Do I need to make a save, or are you...
Dex save 17.
Ooh. 18.
Oh,
It doesn't even...
I'm gonna use a.
Oh,
I was gonna use.
I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. Okay, sorry. 21. I rolled their straight dex, not their dex save. So I tried.
Okay, so it's still you take the half damage, right?
Yep.
So I am going to use I am going to channel divinity into destructive wrath, and it's gonna take the full half damage, which is let's see, where am I casting this at? Hold on a minute. Go back to spells. Let's see, 11. It takes 33 points of damage.
Nice. You hear...
And since
Oh, go ahead.
I have 2 of that wrath on deck because I used one from the amulet.
Nice. Very nice. As you hit it extremely hard with a lightning bolt, you feel the ship itself rattle as one of the tentacles actually withdraws, and so now there's 3 tentacles left. Take that as you will. Is that the end of your turn?
Hold on a moment. Let's see here.
Yep. Erdl, you're on deck.
Oh, you know what?
At as a bonus, I'm going to give myself bardic inspiration for the next turn,
I feel that.
and then I'm going to end.
All right. Erdl, you're up.
So, forgive me. I'm looking at my character sheet a second time to figure out why this seemed like such a great ability to have, and then it just was like, oh, saving throw, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That Fist of an Unbroken Air would have still done half damage on a save.
Okay.
So, if you don't mind me rolling the damage real fast, I just want to...
No, that's fine.
All right. That was frustrating. I was like, why would a monk have something that's like all or nothing like that? That's 13 points of bludgeoning damage from that. So that's better than a kick in the teeth, you know?
Yeah. Any little bit helps.
Yep. All right. Okay. and I can actually add more key points on top of it to give it more oomph if I wanted to. But that was the first time I've ever used that ability. Um, so did you say that there's less tentacles visible right now?
There's 3 left.
Interesting. All right, and Eobard is attacking like the face or whatever of this thing.
He is attacking the main body. Yeah.
I'm gonna for now. I think I'm gonna stick with the tentacle that I was at. So we're
Yep.
just gonna go with that. And you said that as long as we're dealing with these tentacles that are wrapped around it, it's advantage. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would have been nice if I had like brutal criticals or something, or whatever it is where 19s are criticals, because that's a 19 plus 8, so that's a 27. So
You
oh,
got you hit.
okay. That is again with the sword, and we are going to do second. No, wait, I don't have. I can't do that as second level. Really? That's interesting. Okay, so we're gonna do first level bonus action Thunderous Smite because hell yeah. Um, that's what I like to see. That's 7 points of thunder damage and
Nice.
10 points from the sword, and then attack number 2, still with advantage. That is going to be a oh, wait, um 25 to hit because of the bless,
That hits.
and I don't have another bonus action to put anything else into the swing. So, 8 points from the sword, and we're going to pump. No, we're not going to pump anything else into that because I want to save my key points for clutch moments.
I feel that.
All right, that's it.
All right. That's the end of your turn. Oz, you're up.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I guess do my thing of attacks. 2 claw attacks. Actually, you know what? This is when I'll have my Walielka. I'll pull that out and just start wow. 21.
Hits.
Second one. 18.
Just hits.
Ooh. So those are 8s. Ooh. Okay. Alrighty. 21 points of damage total of
Nice.
pure slashing.
Yep.
And I'm gonna throw for the first one a stunning strike.
Okay. Con save.
My save is it's not very high. DC 16. Con save.
Nat 20 for a 34.
Okay, I'm not going to do that again, and just do my fury of blows for another 2 attacks.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 27.
Hits.
And my last one's gonna be a 22.
Also hits. Don't you also get a third attack by your shadow?
That's if I want to do the incarnation. You know what? Just for shits and giggles,
I thought you
I
could do
will.
that as like a free action though.
It's I can do it twice, and I get to choose when it happens. So technically, yeah, I'll do it now. So total for my bonus actions though for my two Fury of Blows is another 18 points of damage,
Mm-hmm.
and now my um, Incarnate, which is the last use of it. That's a natural 20,
Nice. See, I knew I was telling you to do the right thing.
right? Max damage on that. So
Damn.
8, 4, 12, doubled 24 points of damage there.
Nice.
And I'm gonna action surge
You
to
would.
That's
do
right. Yeah,
another
you
two
are a
attacks.
fighter.
Just to give you guys a little insider knowledge, you got it down to half health. Out of
Damn.
472, and this is a CR 23 monster.
Ew. How did we do
20
that? Jesus.
25 for the first attack, and another natural 20 for the second one.
Yeah, I think that hits. See, hold on, just a little side tangent. What happened all last game? Gray.
I rolled like dog shit.
Yeah, and we're all rolling pretty well. Just to point that out there. But continue on with your slaying of krakens.
Right. 4, 8, 2, 4. Another 14 points of damage. And that's my turn.
Okay. With the end of your turn, all three of the tentacles pull off of the ship. The tentacles that are up, kind of dangling, ready to make attacks, pull down into the waves. Lady May kind of looks around and is a little confused on what happened, and she runs over to where you are, Eobard, looking over at where it's hopefully at, and she will make a perception check. My dog's dreaming over there.
I was fully prepared to just dive in with the Riptide Katana and just start wailing on it.
Okay. And at an 18, she quickly, and as she says this, her hand touches yours, Eobard. And she goes and twists and turns around and she yells, "Brace yourself." And she then looks over down at your hand and then looks over at you, and you see the worried, shocked look, and she starts fiddling around in her bag, and that's the end of her turn. Next up is the Kraken. Can everyone make another dex save?
Were we still blessed?
Yes.
Oh,
okay,
God,
cool.
yes. Bless is a fucking
I
god.
just remembered that.
I got a 5, so I'm going to use my bardic inspiration.
Okay, yeah, that might be a smart idea.
I don't know how high the DC is for this.
It's pretty high.
22 for me.
So I'm going to use that mayhem die that I was given.
We'll say for a DC of 18.
Oh well, I would have made it either way. I got a 24 after burning it in May.
You don't have to burn it. If you made it either way, you wouldn't.
Okay, all
I,
right.
I got a 9. It's a wonderful day.
I had rolled a dirty 20 with the blessed die, and I was just like, this is a kraken making me do a dex saving throw. Like that's not a joke.
Gaia. Oz, what'd you get?
22.
Okay. So, um, so you know the scene from Pirates of the Caribbean at the very end of the I think it's Dead Man's Chest, to where the Kraken itself is actually like on the side of the ship, and you see like its maw and shit, and Jack Sparrow kind of like walks into it. That's the scene that I would like to portray here. As Eobard, you are thrown 5. All right, thank you, thank you. That makes me feel better. I actually got that movie right. Eobard, you are actually pushed back 10 feet, and you are knocked prone.
Okay.
Some of the crew. Oh, another nat 20. Good for them. Most of them stay up. And then Lady May, she also is knocked back 10 feet along with you. And the crew will kind of like rush over to protect their captain to go, and then to just hit for a pretty good max damage of 18 points of damage. And it's Eobard's turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get up again and start to get really tired of being knocked over on the ship I call home. So the Kraken at this point is kind of in front. So we're still in that stormy weather, right?
Oh, 100%.
So at this point, Eobard, you can start to see the electricity kind of flickering in his eyes, and even more angry from being on the ground. And a bit of a prayer sign goes up, and then he is going to look up at the storm and then cast, call. I was gonna. Ooh, what am I? Am I gonna do that? Yeah, I'm gonna call lightning at level 4.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna concentrate on the storm, and then it's another Dex 17 for the Kraken for a save.
He got a natural 16 for a 23.
Of course. So he will take half damage, which is at this level, is gonna be 5d10.
Okay.
So hold on, I'll do the 4, and then I gotta do an extra.
Well, there goes
The first.
Sorry, go ahead.
The first 4 comes out at 14, and now here's the last d10 from the storm itself. Adding 9 for 23 damage.
All right. Bonus action.
I am gonna hold it. I'm good.
Okay. Ertl, you're up.
Okay. Now there's no tentacles. There's just a giant gaping kraken mouth coming at us. To quote a South Park character, it's coming right for us. Shit.
He's coming right for us, Ned.
Okay. Can I ramp that up or no? Is that Okay, no, that doesn't cost me spell slots, I don't think, which is fun. But it does take my action. Okay.
As you are on deck.
Um. So I'll charge up towards where everybody else is facing up against the Kraken Maw and take a swing. We no longer have bless because you got the call lightning up now, I imagine. So you can't have two concentrations going at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So that is most unfortunate, and this is not like a tentacle, so no advantage. So base swing. That's okay. So an 18 plus 8 is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Um, we are going to dump um another spell slot into another thunderous smite because Erdl is just done. There there's just that look of just exhausted exhaustion but determination to just get this job done so that they could just ask somebody what the fuck is happening. 11 points of thunder damage
Okay.
and also 8 points from the sword, and
Okay.
then going to burn 2 more key points for the Fist of Unbroken Air, so it has to make a DC 13 strength save. And on a failed save, it would take full damage, but it's probably going to pass that save easily.
I got a nat 20.
Yeah, it's only going to take half of half of 19.
Uh, 9.
Yeah, that seems about right. And then my second swing, which is not going to have any branding, or it's just going to be a swing. That is a 22 to hit,
Hits.
and another 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And
All right.
that's Erdl's turn.
It's
Just
pretty
like
hurt.
just like done. There's just a vacant look, but determined.
I feel that. Oz, you're up. You are muted.
You're still muted.
I think he knows. There he is.
Nah, my button. My mouse does not work, and trying to use the little mouse pad on the laptop is so frustrating. I'm sorry for my technical delays. So yeah, I fly right over to the Kraken's fucking dome piece, and I just start doing my thingy poo.
Okay, that's fine. For the technical difficulty problems, it all happens.
Yeah. All right, so that's gonna be 18 to hit,
Just hits.
and the second one's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Alrighty. So that's oh low roll. So that's gonna be 5, 6, for 11 points of damage for that, and then Fury of Blows.
Okay.
First one's gonna be like a 23. That's gonna be another natural 20.
Jesus Christ, my dude.
You know,
Hey, ebbs and flows, you know?
that's going to be well the natural 20 was a 1 on the die, so so it's 2, what was that, 6 right there plus 8, Another 14 points of damage. And
Nice.
that's my turn.
All right. Next up is Lady May. She gets up. She's still rifling into her bag. She's quickly like pulling different things out, and she rushes over past you to pretty much like close into the actual mall itself. And can everyone give me a perception check?
Ba-ba-ba.
22.
Same.
Nice. Jared got a 19. You'll see this here too. I. Oh. What'd you get, Oz?
I hit the natural one. The
Natural.
luck has run out.
It's
You got
okay.
salt. You got
for-
seawater
for
in the
to-
eye.
For a total of 9.
Okay. As Jared is a part of this crew at the moment, unfortunately, everyone but Oz does see this. To where you see her pull out a mirror and quickly holds it up to the Kraken itself, and then a flash of blinding white light happens yet again. To where you guys suddenly start feeling like you're falling again. As you fall, it's a few seconds before you actually feel like an impact of ground underneath of you, to where you get up and try to regain your balance, to where you are in a strange, what looks to be a cozy cottage with, as you're looking around there, it's simple, rustic, and you start to hear muttering coming from one of the corners as you see a elf frantically with sewing needles as they're working on a garment from what it looks like. What would you guys like to do?
Where did the ship go?
More concerned with where your former captain got that mirror.
Okay, I don't know what that mirror. Okay, I don't know what that mirror is, but it looked like it was about to save us all. But I don't know how we got here. It's so weird. Just you all came like showed up where I was. Is this where you're from?
The cabin doesn't look familiar, does it?
No, the cabin does not look familiar whatsoever. Even the elf doesn't. You don't recognize it as anyone that you know.
Have they even taken notice of the three of us?
No, they are engrossed in their work on that garment. You for a gimme, you see that they're frantically using like a golden sewing needle, and like they're finely inspecting and twisting and turning and sewing, and it's at a frantic pace.
Ah, interesting.
Go ahead.
Sir, fine sir. Excuse us.
Uh, he they glance up at you quickly. I don't have time for you. Time itself is unraveling, and I'm trying to quickly stitch it all back together. Hopefully, I can. And he shuts up and still continues with the garment. Eudbard, can you give me a religion check with advantage, please?
$16 with the advantage.
Especially with the feeling of before when you were on the ship and then just all of a sudden fade to white coming into a cozy cottage of someone frantically weaving on a garment. And his word, or I'm sorry, their words kind of are strange but pointed in a way of golden sewing needle, the garment itself glowing in certain spots but has tears in it, and it just sticks with you time. And then the 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 name Erebeth just starts ringing in your head. I was about to say, before you start talking, you're muted. And now you're...
Did he just? Oh no, I
think he did
froze.
freeze.
Oh no, he frozen.
Technological difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh, there he
There
goes.
Oh,
He's
there you
back.
are.
Yeah, you just had like a freeze and then speed up.
You're still
you are
muted, buddy.
Though.
Man, you are having some serious.
We're all having some problems.
Ooh, buddy.
Do you think this might be a good time to take a break while we fix technical difficulties?
Yeah, sounds like a good enough place of a reveal of Erebeth. We will be back here shortly to go and unravel what has just happened to the gang. So we will be right back in about 5-10 minutes. So go and refill on your drinks, snacks, and go and use the restroom if you have to. All right, we'll be back. Good night, Jared. And hold up. There we are. We're back. As OBS kind of just stutters. Welcome back to Ereckdoon Rising. We did leave you off with a quick cliffhanger before having some slight technical difficulties, but we're back with the name Erebeth still ringing in your head. What would you like to do, Eobard?
Look, Lord Erebeth, is that you?
Still heavily focused on his work, he quickly glances up at you and kind of. Oh yes, yeah. Glad that you are here.
Lord. Look, I prostrate. I just kind of like prostrate a bit in stunness.
I just kind of look down at Eobard, look over at Oz, and then look at this elf, and I'm like, we're missing something substantial here.
Get down! He's the Lord of Time. He's the God of Time, my Lord.
And quickly he kind of just shakes his head. We don't have time for this. You guys must be partially behind what has happened. And I'm not also surprised that you are here, Eobard. I wish to thank you for your service to me. But again, does a Triton named Sizzle ring any bells for any of you?
Just yeah, just a tiny little bit. Yeah, just no, more like Tarrasque sized relations of being friends, and yeah.
What's
Yeah.
what's a sizzle? What is a sizzle?
It's about to be a sound that a pan makes. Anyway, take a look at what he has done, and he holds up the garment that he's been working on, and it is a shimmering of gold and a prism of colors as it waves, and you see holes everywhere in it.
Is that the tapestry of your time, my lord?
Yes, and I am stitching it back up to from worse condition than this because someone goes and tries to meddle with it. But again, I will restate this. We do not have time for this. I have to get back to work. Please say hello to Lady Moonbow when you get a chance. And a flash of light, and you continue to fall back yet again.
What the hell?
Lord! No!
To where, again, another few seconds fall before you actually land in a pile of hay. Quickly finding your way out of that, you can you all roll nature checks. Oz, with you having advantage.
Did I just cut out for me?
I can hear you. Yes, you have advantage.
Okay.
You said nature?
Yes, please.
3.
14.
pretty decent.
So we have advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage.
Oh, good, because that was a natural one, that first one.
I really hope you
Alrighty,
did
so
not
that was
get a natural one.
on the first one. On the second one was an 18 minus 1 for 17.
Okay. So a 17, a 14, and a 3.
Yep.
So Erdl, when you come out of the hay bale, taking a look around you, you are in a stone structure, and you look around and there are eggs of decent size of 4 feet.
Oh shit.
And you don't necessarily really know what the hell these are. Eudbard, I mean, there are only a few creatures that you know of in your many readings of different animals that would make eggs size like these, and it's a short list. But you would know. Like it's got to be a substantially large creature, and oh look, they have like a scale design. As Oz, you know what the fuck these are. These are eggs of dragons. This whole place looks very familiar to you, Oz, as it is the astral monastery where hatchlings reside.
What was that? What? Sorry, it just all, dude. It's like it stops for a good solid second, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my god, dude, what is going on?
A whole bunch of technical issues. We're in the hatchery at the monastery.
What the hell? I'm home! Hey! I just go walking over to one of the open stables and be like, oh, Jeremy, she had a baby. It's just an egg clutch, just probably sitting there.
Where I'm not entirely sure what type of dragon, but these don't look to be their eggs.
What the hell?
All of these. Go ahead.
I also want to know what the hell you all did to make my god angry.
Not we. Not we.
I don't know who
I get to meet my god and praise him, and what do I get told? That somehow you've ruined time.
Wait.
I'm
Not us.
saying this a second time.
Someone
Not
ruined
we.
time, apparently.
What the fuck?
It was somebody that we know that did something that I think, because he asked about Sizal. Oz knows Sizal, but I've known Sizal for, God, quite a while now.
Oh my gosh.
There's, how much do you know about magical artifacts and stuff? Like
I'm a cleric of time. I have a fair amount of knowledge.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a specific little deck of cards?
Go on.
The ones that have some really random, wild, good and bad effects.
Just for shits and giggles, can you just roll another history check?
Well, it's gonna be a 7. This should be fun.
I mean, you've heard of many different cards. What deck of cards isn't magical with the power of luck?
Okay, cards. They do, yes, card tricks. I understand.
No.
I don't think there's a simple card trick to be had to anger the god of time.
Something just clicked. Something just clicked into Athos's mind as he's been hanging out with the group. Isn't that Ordoon
What?
For what?
Wait, what?
for the god of time?
No, Ordoon is not the god of time. He is
Okay.
the god of order.
I thought that I was like, wait, yeah, isn't that the daddy of the dude we were just hanging out? I was about to say that shit.
So yeah, no, that there. This is like an actual like magical like piece of, I don't know, artifact or relic, or I don't know. It's complicated. One time, one of our friends' soul got ripped from their body. That was not fun. We had to find it and restore it to his body. Um, but he pulled a bunch of cards. Some shit went down,
You ha-
and what?
you have cards that can rip through the fabric of time, and you're using them.
I wasn't
See, you
using
keep
them.
saying you. You keep saying you
Yeah,
in
you
all
keep
this.
putting
I just
blame.
got here
You
too,
keep
as well.
putting blame on the people who say the other person that is not presently here did it.
My God said you're all involved, so I'm really
We're
concerned at this point.
associated.
Yes, yes.
Like he's one of my dearest friends. He's an ass
I've been here
sometimes,
for
and I
about
love
a
him to
couple
death.
weeks.
But he had been through a lot. His partner,
I've
what? God, I don't even want to get into his partner because that's a whole other can of worms.
All right,
And
all
I've
right,
only
all
been
right.
here for about 2 months, so I can't even relate to half of it. I came in after everything happened, so God only knows, you know.
Yeah,
All right, all right. Okay, I have to.
And plus, he
Have to
seemed
think.
pretty friendly at the end. He told me to say hello to my patron for him. I don't know what the hell that was about. That was weird.
All
well,
right.
Which,
Well,
by the way,
God.
I must actually go see her since I'm here because I have not been here for quite some time.
Okay, well, we
right.
saw my God. Let's go see yours.
Well, she's not my god. I work for her.
Fair. Whatever, man. Whatever.
All right,
Fine.
we're in your familiar territory, Oz. I'm gonna let you lead the way, bud.
And then as you are walking towards the exit, through the menagerie of the colors of eggs that are all around you,
Chills here. Damn.
Oz, can you give me
You would actually, because what everybody would notice is if we've ever gotten to a point of outside, off into the distance is a giant, super mega black hole with a shining silvery essence to it, as we are on what looks like to be an asteroid with a monastery, and it's like a very big one. It's like a giant city, and it's just floating around this area.
nice.
Hmm.
As you are walking by, you are seeing names on the stalls that have different eggs and different clutches. Um, to name a few of your younger dragons that you were training before you left off on this adventure, you notice something odd. The the younger dragons that you have trained in or were training, uh, they have names on some of these hatcheries, and some of them are
Ooh.
filled with eggs.
I've missed so much. Oh my goodness. Come here, my babies.
Is he gonna be all right?
I know him just a little bit. I've been out of the loop for a
You've
while.
known me for 2 days.
Yeah. Not gonna
Oh.
lie, I was trapped in a prison made by the same type of mirror that your captain friend had. So that's why I was surprised that she had that. There's a whole other cavalcade of problems with those artifact that magical item. Um, The least of which seems like it was used to trap a leviathan or kraken. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I'm here with a
Ertl is
convict
explaining
and an
this
egg
over
licker.
to Yvonne.
I was. Don't.
You guys are explaining this, and you just look at him. I'm rubbing his belly.
I was in prison in there because I called the bluff of a Fey Lord was in the material plane being a dick to my friends.
All right, Faye, I understand. Don't mess with it. I get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I guess just keep. I gotta get my head wrapped around
Yeah.
this and around time. Okay, lead the way, egg. I don't even.
Eggman?
I haven't asked either of your names. Hi, Eobard. What's your names?
I'm Ertl, and this is Athos.
My name's Athos. I couldn't introduce myself, thank you.
Oh, sorry. You seem to be really enamored with all the hatchery stuff, so I was just being kind.
Oh, I'm pulling like a dragon by the head, like, come here, say hello.
No. These are all eggs. These are not little tiny dragons. These are
I
all
thought
eggs.
you said. I thought you were saying that the young dragons, meaning like the wormlings and all that, is what I thought you meant.
I meant like this is the hatchery. This is where they have all the eggs and the names of the younger ones. Or I'm sorry, the names of what you perceive as your young ones that you left to go on this adventure. They have names now in the hatchery, meaning that these are their offspring.
Oh shit. I'm looking around. How long have I been gone?
Do you normally keep a calendar?
Well, I've been in the astral plane for so long. I would assume maybe I would have a recollection of how the time would work here. Because I've done pop in and out, but it's not like to the point of like how I've been gone for 2 months.
I'll give you a nature check.
Because you know I have a -1 in that.
I'll do it with advantage because I'm not scared.
Wow.
Well.
Go ahead, get that nat 20, baby.
No. I rolled a 1 and a 2 for a 1. I did have a 0 at one point, but you gave me advantage.
So while you are here and kind of attuning yourself to the actual plane, it is kind of hard. There are more like known notes of the passage of time, because dragons normally don't lay eggs until they're juveniles, maybe young adults.
Yeah, young adult.
So definitely. and that takes a decent amount of time. So I don't even know how long it is determined to make it a young dragon. We'll look that up real quick. Oh, nope. We'll say like 100 or so years, give or take.
Fuck. I forgot about the time stuff.
Seems to be a lot of that going on.
Well, the astral sea really, time doesn't flow here, per se, I would wonder what your god would say about that. It seems he might not have domain here.
I shoot a very sharp look.
I give it one right back, and I go, "I'm over 10,000 years old, friend. It's not a surprise to me."
This is why I gave up.
Time does not work very well here,
Just
frankly, at all.
for clarification, a young dragon is between 6 to 100 years old, but we'll go with 100 years
Sure.
just to make it easy. Um, as you two are having this conversation of dirty looks and this slight little tiff, you hear a roar off in the distance, and a different roar than what any dragon would make, Oz.
The fuck?
But yeah, that's strange.
Oh, instantly gonna furl the wings and fly up and see if I can see anything. First off, I haven't seen any people. So my first thing is, where the fuck's the rest of the monastery at? Where's my feather brothers? Like, where is everybody?
Okay. We'll get to that. I will say for the purpose of this, you guys can go ahead and take a long rest
Okay.
because the way time is working currently.
Astral sea.
It's not just the astral sea, my friend. As you are given a sudden boost of energy, Oz, as you are flying and looking around for your comrades or brethren, you taking a quick look, you do see a couple of dragons kind of flying up around in the air, kind of just taking a patrol, and it seems rather like normally it's like maybe like one or two are flying in like a pattern just as like a patrol, but this seems like a gathering of like 10 flying around at first. And you do see like regular folk that come and help out at the monastery that aren't necessarily dragons. Like they are in a rush, kind of like running around, grabbing different things, and trying to help and secure different parts of the monastery, like wrangling the young, and some are sitting in the streets praying.
I'll fly down to the nearest person and see.
Uh, God.
I'll get like real close and like intimate, and they'll first thing they'll see is the first fist symbol medallion around that as I bend. Go, are you all right? Are you all right? What is going on?
The same thing from what you've seen on the ship, of the squinting at first and then like looking around as if a fly was buzzing around someone. They kind of give that look to you, and the muttering under their voice is like, "Oh, we were told that it was coming. Oh, why didn't we leave sooner? They should have been more prepared. Why is it happening?"
They all look so terrified. What's going on?
That's
No,
that's his purview.
no. Are the dragons in a like fighting flight? Like, do I see like attacking positionings and kind of like strategic shit happening?
Uh, At a glance, yes. You can give me a perception check. Anyone can give me a perception check as Oz looks up into the air to go and get a better look at his dragon friends.
23.
Okay.
8 from here on the ground.
Nice.
Where is it? There it is. That is a. What is the perception bonus? No, also 23. Nice.
Okay, 23. What'd you get, Edward?
Only an 8 here on the ground.
You're more focused on the person more or less just sitting on the ground and like looking up and then back down at them. While Ertl and Oz, you definitely see that something seems to be up to where the dragons are just trying to not necessarily stop, but they're in more of an offensive pattern to what you look past them. And you see worming its way through the astral sea a gargantuan looking monstrosity that has 2 pincers, 1 eye, and what looks to be a gruesome maw coming for you.
What the fuck? And it's coming towards us?
Yep.
What is this thing?
You can do a history or a nature check. Either one of you
All
guys.
right.
Or both. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Sure,
history.
history.
History and
I'm
Ertl is
proficient.
not a strong suit, but
Dirty 20.
Nice.
I'm better with history than with nature.
yeah, I only got a 7, so that's like I'm throwing rocks at books. Like I don't know a thing.
Unfortunately, early, you don't necessarily really know. I'm sorry, Oz. What did you get?
A dirty 20.
Through your histories of, through your knowledge and studying throughout the whole journey of 10,000 years in a monastery, especially in the astral sea, you've seen depictions of this beast.
I think I know what this is. Fuck.
What is it?
Long tail that stretches out over infinity with 2 large pincers and an eye
Yeah,
with these
what would you call
mawing
that?
teeth. I would call that an astral dreadnought.
You would be correct, my friend.
Oh, Jesus.
To wear what looks to be
Get
more
down!
than...
And I pull everybody down behind.
What?
Oh, fuck. You have never seen, like, Athos has been a stoic person, but you have never seen him look like he just shat himself before. Shit.
Oh, wait, what? What is that?
Don't.
Don't what?
You'll see. Think of... Sorry, your sea creature that we fought.
Oh, the Kraken? Yeah.
Sure, whatever the name is.
Okay.
Imagine that, but it is in the sky.
All right. Sounds horrible.
Yes. Fucking, I let you peek over, and you literally see the tail, which looks like it stretches out probably hundreds and hundreds of miles. Probably wrapping around the planet or the area a few times.
Yeah. And what...
Oh, God. They're so creepy. I'm trying to like thinking of the tentacly beard face that it has. It's grossing me out.
You're welcome.
So we're dealing with another giant ass-sized apex predator. Only this time it's not in the ocean; it's in the astral sea. Great. Is there
It's kind of
anything else that we get thrown at us before we get to the conclusion of whatever the fuck just happened to us all?
it is an astral sea. It's close to an ocean, I guess. At this point, I'm rambling.
Um, it's most likely the distance in the astral sea. It's weird because at first it started farther away, but it seems to be rapidly approaching. Um, the scene that lays out before you is as it's getting closer and closer, and as it gets in between 150 feet, um, the eye is directly on the area of the monastery where you guys are at. To Oz, are you still flying? Or would you have
No,
landed?
yeah, no, I would have landed, and that's when I would have pulled everybody down. Like, get down behind the wall. Fuck, don't let it see you.
As you see, like, your wings are outstretched past the cover that you kind of pulled these guys into, you see, like, parts of the wing just disappear. The effect isn't gone completely, because you're behind something, but it flickers out of existence, uh, as what you can imagine something to be anti-magic.
Yep. Oh shit.
The fuck was that?
Yes,
Oh.
like I said, don't let it see you.
Big fucking eye. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, and it can move very, very quickly.
Oh, good. So, we met my god. Is your god here doing something that would be helpful right now?
Normally I don't really just reach out and go and see her. And I point over. You would see what looks like to be like an old. What's that famous Greek cathedral that's still up? It almost looked like that, but it's circular in nature and it has kind of like this dome top. That's kind of like off onto a side on another ridge. It's like that's her place over there, but I mean I can. I just hold out like my little medallion that I have of her. I'm like, I know I never really do this, but if you could hear me, this is getting really fucked up out here. Please help.
No response.
Yeah.
And something seems to be going on. As to you, when you reach out, you don't get a response, which you know, from time to time when you do go and like reach out, you know, sometimes they are busy, sometimes they just don't want to talk. But you would think that, you know, something, with this being as big of a fucking deal as it was, would be there. And at this point in time, the dragons that were flying around, they fan out and kind of get out of the cone, to where like you see pretty much like all of them use their breath weapon. Holy shit. Because that was loud. To go and spray the sorry, to go and spray the dreadnought to go and see if it could damage it, and doing 61 points of damage to it. Yep. These dragons were trained. It's a reason why your monastery has standed for 10,000 years. To
I
where
just look very proud while looking over. Just it's like that big cat, Puss in Boots style. Like I got the big welling eyes, and I'm just looking very sad but happy. It's like they're making me very proud.
to where when they go and fan out to go and spray the astral dreadnought, the dreadnought does veer off course, and the magic of the area returns, but you then feel a shaking of the ground as the dreadnought kind of its course moved to where it hit a non-vital part of the asteroid that you are on. Can everyone give me should I do we'll do dexterity checks or saves, sorry. We'll do DC
Dex
16.
save.
$17. Yay.
Nice.
I got a 14,
19.
so I did not make the save.
Okay. So those who pass will take half damage. Those who did not will not. It's 20 points of damage as crumbling buildings with the sudden shift, parts of buildings have fallen off. And
Oh,
around you, most of you were able to jump out of the way, but it did at least catch one of you by surprise.
evasion, so I will still only take half.
Cool.
So what was the damage?
20.
So down to 10.
Nice.
Dope
Okay.
monk shit.
What would you guys like to do?
Its back is turned to us right now.
Yeah, it's more or less probably like 80 feet in the other direction as it like crashed into it. Because it was kind of like heading directly towards you guys, but with the sudden and the very fair amount of damage that was dealt to it, it veered off of course and hit the side of the asteroid itself.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh. What do you say, Oz? This is your home. Do we stand and let it try and decimate your kin and your charges here, your dragons, or do we fight?
Oh, I look at Earl. Oh, my babies and I will fight. And wings still furled. He goes up. He is going to do his daunting roar, not to frighten the beings, but to give the hello to the dragons that daddy's home. And I just let that out and just let out the biggest lion roar that I can, exhausting all of my lungs.
Cool. That's cool. Eobard,
Dungeon
can you
Daddy's
give
home.
me a religion check with advantage? And Ertl, what are you doing? You going and hopping in and fighting?
Yeah, it's probably the worst idea Ertle's had in a very long fucking time. But you said it's about 80 feet from where we're at.
Yep.
So burning a key point to use Step of the Wind to add a dash to my movement so that I can double time it to get into contact to take swings?
Um, hold up. You don't have to spend a key point.
I
Because
thought.
hold on. When you when you go, uh, because Oz made the rallying cry, one of the dragons actually split off and land next to you guys to go and pick you up and to take you over there.
Okay.
Erdl on the back of a dragon is the most badass thing I could think of.
And
Reptile on reptile,
this
but
has happened before because when Ertl was shrunk, he got the ride on top of Waffles, the pseudo dragon, his pet pseudo
it make,
dragon.
True.
how did I forget not to take Ranger with the dragon thing and have my own little dragon buddy? How did I not do that? I had
Okay,
to take a third
so
subclass for him.
Ertl does not spend that key point. Just looks at the dragons like, you know what? You're a lot bigger than the dragon I'm used to have to hang around, but I'm happy to you know to give it a go.
Erdl,
Uh,
Erdl, means go.
so I got a 23 on the religion check.
I'm getting to that. As Ertl gets up onto the dragon to go and take off, your mind as you were focused on helping the person that was in your immediate vicinity of the woman that was or of the person that was praying, uh, it dawns on you that your god and Lady Moonbow actually like are really tight. They are like they help each other out all the time. So it's while it's not weird to not hear from your deity from time to time, for whatever reason, the Moonbow would be out. This would have been crushed and squashed way sooner. There is something particularly that is keeping her occupied.
I'm going to yell, saying, "I something's wrong with your patron here. I think something is keeping them. I would just explain it. Something is keeping them from attending to this problem."
I look
Can-
over at the cathedral. Is there anything happening there?
Uh, Dragons piling on it, pretty much. You see more and more breath weapons go off to go and deal uh, 54 points of damage to it.
Damn.
Okay.
Alright.
Guys, follow me.
As soon as that dragon is capable of getting me within swinging range, you know what? As soon as it gets me close enough, I just kind of like I take a page from Zonton and drop off the back of the dragon over the astral dreadnought and just
How high?
just about 30 feet. He's not stupid.
What,
He's
that-
not a 500-foot death drop.
And he's
stupid.
got slow fall, so it's
I
like-
mean, it's fine. I don't like. I just figured I'd ask because I didn't know if I was calculating damage for you,
no,
or not.
no. Ertl's just like he's just going for broke here. So taking a swing with the sword, and
Yep.
that is going to be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, good. We're going to use a branding smite along with damage from the sword. Also, might as well burn some freaking key points since this thing is pretty serious mojo. We're gonna because you can burn an additional key point to add more damage. So we're going to burn 4 key points. So that's an additional 2 key points for Fist of Unbroken Air. Oh wait, that's gonna be this. That's gonna be after the. That's gonna be after my sword attack. Sorry.
Okay.
So that is 18 points to the Astral Dreadnought, and then after that, it needs to make a because I'm doing the Fist of Unbroken Air. It needs to do a very easy DC 13 strength saving throw. But I'm still going to be able to do half damage, so that's where it's at for me. At least I'll get to do something out of it.
Natural 15.
Okay. So half damage, like I knew I was gonna do, and that's 5d10 because I bumped it up. I pumped up the jam.
Party funk.
Okay, so it's 10, 13, 18, 27, and 27 plus, 37 halved.
Uh,
So yeah, he comes down with that sword, and as soon as he pulls the sword back, he brings up his fist, and you just see him bring it down and stops like a foot from hitting the back of the dreadnought, and there's just like a boom of air like around the fist that just bursts.
Now, mind you, this is a gargantuan creature.
I know,
Okay, I'm just for
but
scaling.
I'm just saying, like they see Ertl like come down, slash into it, and then boom, and there's just like a thunderous boom from the fist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes the damage. You
Now
Abar.
here's the question: did
Yeah.
I land on top of it, or did I fall? Did I continue falling afterwards?
You landed on top of it.
Hell,
Um,
just
you Abard, what are you doing? And Aj, you are going to be on deck.
How far away am I from the cathedral he pointed out that his deity would be at?
50 or so feet.
Okay. I am going to pull out the loot, and I'm going to use the loot to cast fly and burn a charge to fly. And since I can fly for 60 feet, I'm just going to kind of hover off the ground and make my way directly at that cathedral.
Make him away. You get there.
Look around for a deity or someone who looks like one.
You push open the door and you. Oz, can you describe your patron?
Oh, yes. Stephane is considered a huge person. She is glorious, a tall elven-looking woman with blue skin, dark blue hair. Kind of has like the white makeup that just goes right under the eye, and two across her nose. She has what looks like to be a symbol of a moon, and halfway through the moon, it kind of like imagine a rainbow, and the moon fits in the middle, but all of the rainbow was just blue.
Okay.
You see that lovely description of the deity as she is fumbling in trying to gather up what looks to be glowing thread. Like she's just like going throughout the air and just grabbing it and pulling it and kind of like twisting it up into an already decently sized yarn ball.
Does it look like the thread from my from Arabeth's tapestry?
It does.
Of course it does. My, good lady, we were sent here by my lord Arabeth. Are you all right? There's a thing out there.
Yes, and while my compatriots are out there dealing with that, I'm in here trying to solve a bigger issue. And you see her eyes gloss over, and she goes and pulls another strand. Quickly, come in and help me with this.
I will attend and look for thread.
It's so good. It's so good Cat's not here because this would just be ribbon palooza for her.
Just think if she was. It would have been something would have happened to her too. As you're given sight, can you just roll me a d20?
Let's see. 17.
As you are given insight on, she imbues onto you a sight that you haven't had, and where you feel like your mind is being stretched out close to its limits of nearly breaking it. You center yourself and know that this is not necessarily what you've trained for, but more or less are in tuned to. As you start seeing many threads all around you.
Oh wow. And I just start plucking at whatever I can get too close to me.
Yep. You're able to at least get at least one strand. While it is a small strand, when you do tug at it for the first time, you do get a memory of the first time that you were brought aboard the dowry. And that's
interesting.
Yep. And that's where we will cut to Oz. Oz, what are you doing to this dreadnought?
Oh, I was flying towards the cathedral.
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry. I did say everybody follow me, and I pointed at the cathedral, and then you did a flying death drop. Like I commend you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm clapping.
I hear it. I
Oh,
hear
we
it.
hear it. So,
but unfortunately, Oz is just like, you got this, buddy. Just rushes inside. My babies, fight for me.
Oz, you encounter the same exact thing as you and Bard did. To where you see your patron as she's plucking different things out. Do you go to help her?
My lady, tell me what to do.
Well, just she quickly walks over to you and taps your forehead. Can you roll a d20, please?
19.
All right. You also feel the stretch of your mind as it feels like it will break, but you shake it off. And when you open up your eyes again, you see different strands around you.
Okay, I'm gonna get going. And I put my hands down on the floor, palms open, and I start dragging myself like a broom across the floor to try to pick some up. I also have my tongue, because I'm a cat that will pick up the fur. Just
You'll be able to get one at a time. To
Whee!
where the first one that you touch, you get a small glimpse of the very first time you watched a dragon be hatched. And you got to uh, be with it and more or less imprint yourself on it. This was the very first time that you imprinted on a hatchling. And then we cut over to Erdl. Erdl, what you doing, man?
I realized my friend and our companion have both flew the coop, as it were, and I'm like, oh, that was the plan. I guess I was a bit of a distraction, sort of like a gnat to a mountain. Um, and this thing is still about like 80 feet from where they are.
Uh, yes, it's starting to move again. And as it's starting to move and shift, you don't feel unbalanced. Um, you feel fine. Uh, and then you see as more dragons fly over to you, and the one behind you wells up and then takes a breath weapon right there, not next to you, but probably to where it wouldn't affect you. It just lays into it and it deals 80 points of damage to it. To where it's basically telling it to fuck right off.
That'll do it.
So as I turn to run, I'm realizing this was a mistake on my part. I'm learning. Um, I take I take a running leap as I go to hop off this thing and try and just slow fall dive in towards the cathedral. But as I do, I turn and take my last 3 points of key to do one more fist of the broken air or unbroken air at
Uh-huh.
it. So it's going to be another one of those. Do the strength saving throw. It's not going to matter because it's going to save, but it's still me giving it the middle finger Erdl style because that's what I do.
I got a 19.
Um, so with the extra, it'll be an extra D10. That's D8. So bum, 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 12, 17, 18 points of damage halved, and then Erdl just kind of like slow falls his way down towards the
Really quick,
cathedral.
what's your AC, Erdl?
17.
All right, cool. Because I just got a 25. As the dragon that was next to you sees that you jump off, it goes and grabs you out of the air. And kind of takes off to going to keep you in safe distance. Or to keep you as a safe distance away from the dreadnought itself. And that's where we will leave you for right now. To go back to Eulbard and Oz. What are you two doing?
I see everything. And I just grab grab more thread.
Okay. You grab another thread and you this memory is you having a the memory of this is to you had docked up for a decent length at sea, and it seems like you are just partying it up in this tavern with your crew, to where Lady May goes and buys a round for everyone, and everyone's cheering and chanting and singing. Um, you have the memory of pulling out your lute and playing a few songs to entertain, and that's where that memory ends.
Hmm.
Oz, what do you do?
Oh, still going, Betty. Still going.
Still gone. The second strand that you go and grab and tug onto, you get a memory of uh, your first, not necessarily combat training for your dragonlings. This is a few years after after the first couple of clutches that you've had. Grew up into where you're training in different maneuvers and seeing what they really can do in their their knowledge and their expertise in certain things, to where you've seen younglings of different kinds, but these dragons seems to get they grasp it a little bit quicker than what you would assume. Uh, to them just excelling at their combat prowess.
Oh, yes. The good old days.
And then we will switch back over to Ertl. What are you doing, my friend?
I try to point the dragon to get me to go down towards the cathedral, since everybody else seemed to have gone in that direction, and now I'm kind of like way out of the loop.
Mm-hmm. It is at this point in time the Astral Dreadnought is able to kind of configure itself to where it then lunges out at other dragons around it, uh, to to where it actually bites down on. Hold on, I'm sorry because I didn't click the right thing. There it is. There it is. To where it clamps down on one, and you hear a sickening crunch as it deals not too bad of damage to a dragon, but it seems like it will be okay. And then it reaches out with its claws to two other ones, hitting both of them. And it seems like it is putting at least up a decent fight for what it's worth. But it doesn't. You are able to make it to the cathedral. We'll even say that you get inside. What would you like to do?
I look at the others. I'm like, what are we doing in here when that thing's out there ready to kill everybody?
And this is when you see Oz just using himself as a broom and gathering. You don't particularly see what they are gathering, but they are gathering something. But it just looks really weird as Oz is just running around. You see in Bard, it looks like they're all tripping out, except for Lady Moonbow. to where she is more like methodical and like grabbing different things out of the air. Um, but it's like they're all tripping balls.
Yeah, Ertle's just like, um, I almost feel like I should just be out there instead of in here, but what are we doing?
Finding the shiny. Hold on.
Uh, and Lady Moonbow comes over and quickly touches you. Can you roll a d20?
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, I dropped it behind where I was trying to drop it in the dice tower. That's not what I wanted to do. That's a 12.
All right, that's cool. Uh, uh, can you roll a d100?
Oh, hello. That is. Oh man. Oh no. Okay. I thought it was 68. No, it's 88. I was like, it's one away from being funny. No, it was 88.
Um, so this effect won't affect you for a long time, as it as you're not entirely 100% sure, as you are just seeing a whole bunch of strands just randomly appear, as you have a weird sensation of being deeply confused before that is whisked away. Um, and you do eventually see the strands of time that are out and about, but you have an uneasiness with it at first.
Okay.
No sudden ill effects quite yet.
Interesting. I look around at the others trying to grab the strands. I guess I just go for whatever they're doing.
Okay. For your first strand that you pick up is uh, the very first mission that you've had, and beating Sizzle's ass with a belt.
Ertle just starts laughing. Just like hard, genuine laughter that he probably hasn't had in months.
The sounds of battle go, and they go silent. Um, as you guys are running around collecting threads of time, uh, you don't even notice that the things around you are starting to change and reorient themselves to where normally when the change of venue happens, it's a flash of light. But this is different. Like, you can see different things as you're going in and out of memories. You see the shifting of where you are currently at from a stone temple in the middle of the astral sea to back into that cozy cottage, and where Lady Moonbow was huge, she now shrinks to medium size, and the ball of time that she had in her hands um, is roughly about 2 feet across. And as you bring in your strands to help add to it, it goes into 3 feet. And she's holding this amount in her hands before slowly walking over to Erebeth and setting it down next to him, and they go and grab it and quickly tie it onto what they are already using to go and help weave in and out on the garment. What would you guys do as you guys are no longer seeing the strands of time at this point anymore?
Is our head still is it still kind of like wobbly inside, like you can feel the flow of time?
Um, no, it seems more stable here.
My lord, we've returned, and we've returned with, I believe, time for you.
I do currently see this. Yes, thank you very much, Lady Moonbow. It is a pleasure to have you stay at my abode. Uh, and he continues to go back to work. And Moonbow is looking over his shoulder and saying, "Oh no, you can't be this rash and harsh with time. You have to have it ebb and flow." And you can see that they have a normal conversation of like, you can't rush through this. This actually has to be done rather skillfully, and you can't rush through it to go and just make a quick patch. What else are you guys doing?
How? What are? We're kind of just stuck now, aren't we? Until they get this sorted out, aren't we?
Well, he's putting time back together at least by what I can tell. And if we, based on the fact, I think we were in my past, in the ship's I was on's past. So I think he's actually physically putting time back together, which is terrifying that it's holy like it was. Lord,
Yeah.
Lord, is this happening everywhere? Are there strands of time in all sorts of places?
And he holds off on making the one stitch. Time is everywhere. You may have grabbed fragments of it, but you have time everywhere. It doesn't matter whether or not it is concentrated in one place or not. Time stops for no one.
I look over at my new friend Oz when that is said. Thank you. I guess if there's time everywhere, but do you need more of it collected like we were doing?
To repair what has been broken, yes, you do. Certain things have changed throughout what currently has happened to where, from the bits and pieces of what I've been gathering and looking at, and it's always very time consuming, it seems to be focused on one point, but has rippling effects throughout the whole entire course.
I reckon that point happens at a place called Haven Hills.
No. It's farther in your past. You were not around for it. It seems to be one particular area. It has to do with two people fighting close to a mirror and one being pulled inside and the other one not being able to get back into your material realm.
Oh, no. I see.
And I assume that that would be the focus, and with the ramifications of that, a lot a lot of things have changed.
Yeah, if if I'm starting to piece together,
You can't mess with time like this. I am so sorry, Lord. This can't believe it's happening like this. I can't believe this is the way this is going right now.
Oh, you mortals always tend to make things at least slightly interesting for us from time to time.
I'm sure this isn't the first, nor will it be the last time something like this on this, maybe not on this scale, but something of this nature has happened for them.
Maybe in the beginning, when everything was so new, but now it's been going on for a very long time.
Heh, time puns.
I'm glad we just didn't get blinked out of existence.
Mm.
What the hell?
Don't count your dragons till they hatch.
No, you absolutely do. What are you talking about, Ariel? Oh, I see what you did there. Ah, it's a metaphor.
Ah,
Okay.
I don't think what Sizzle did would have blinked everyone out of existence unless he stopped us from originally coming out and maybe the Big Bang. Uh, if that was avoided, maybe that would have stopped this from ever of happening. But this seems more, how would you put it, surgical.
yeah. I didn't know he was doing that.
What changed, Lord Ertheth?
What changed to make the fabric ripple and partially tear? Again, it all falls down to this one event, to where these two were fighting. And I don't know if either one of them, I think that they both lost.
If it's the two that I'm thinking of, they did.
Something had to have changed from if you thought they've lost, but something has changed. One of them would have won?
Well,
No,
Maybe?
from
they
the
were both. They were both trapped at the same time in different ways from the material plane.
Huh.
The archfey that I mentioned earlier was one of the two. The other is a demigod that used to be my former patron.
which, mind you, you haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah,
Actually, you haven't heard anything from anyone other than the three there now.
I think whatever Cizal did, he he's he changed oh god, he changed how the result of their fight turned out, and oh god, the two of them were friends, but there was a betrayal, and
All right. I think I get it now that there was bad things over it all. Lord Erebeth, what am I doing here though? They know this sizzle person. What am I doing in this?
Your part in this, cannot explain just yet because I am still currently writing it.
Oh, okay.
All of yours.
Wow, breaking the fourth wall. From one DM perspective to another.
A little bit of a fourth
I
wall
have
break.
not decided your fate, for I am still writing it in my notebook.
Weaving
I'm
it.
sorry. Yeah.
The point where
That was
three
funny.
DMs and a player are in the same game, and it's just like this shit happens. It's just like that's troubling.
Ominous.
Um, to where I don't know how to come back from that. All of your stories. I don't know if you will keep the memories that you've had or had brand new ones installed. I do not know. For I have not completed this. But with your help, and I do appreciate it, I do think that it will be fixed in no time.
Just as it doesn't break again.
To where another flash of light occurs and the sensation of falling. To where you're actually in a familiar stone corridor with a stand, a door behind you and ahead of you, with, I will reiterate, a stand with a dome glass piece over the top of it.
Like a little pedestal with a
Yeah.
glass dome over it.
Yep.
Is this where the deck of cards was found the original time?
And as you say that, your eyes focus in on the pedestal to where you do
Holy
see
shit.
a deck. Well, I'm sorry, a pouch on the pedestal.
Oh, and there's no cards in there. Wait, how would there be? What? Did we not take the whole thing? What? Or is this? God, what was this? This was a long ass time ago in our campaign.
Yeah.
What's under the glass?
A pouch. Not necessarily of like it's more or less like a coin sack, but it's a nice looking velvet pouch. I don't know, 5 inches by 4.
Okay.
You can't get the shape of what's inside of it without removing the pedestal or the glass that is covering it.
Maybe we are here to protect this object this time. Not looking around like there's anything. Looking around to make sure there's nothing like sweeping in or battle sounding in the background. That's where we were the last 2 times.
There were booby traps in this place the last I remember. I just don't remember what kind of traps they were because it's so goddamn much in so little amount of time in the past few months. Oh,
I'll have fun. Erdo, can you make a history check with disadvantage?
oh, fuck a duck. With disadvantage, and he's already at a +0 on history. That's bonkers bad. The high one was a 14, the low one's an 8.
Your memory serves correct. There were traps. uh, as to what traps and if there is one on this pedestal, you're not entirely 100% sure.
That's fantastic. We don't have Kat here to help us rogue our way through things with the tools that she had on her set. Nor do we have. Who all was here? Was it was it Quentin or was it Jade? I don't remember. So many people passed through.
I actually
Com-
remember this whole entire episode.
It was a lot.
Um, yeah, that
Because
history check.
Cat took. I think it was like Cat took the deck before everybody left, but we didn't realize it because Quentin didn't want anybody touching it.
True.
Ah,
What are you guys doing?
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit, but
I'm just milling, wondering where we are.
You don't have the faintest clue.
no.
I mean, you do not know whether or not you are underground or if you're in a house. There are no windows. There are torches to provide light. It does seem like a well maintained and kind of looked after place, so you know that there has been recent foot traffic through here. Um,
Oh,
the pedestal itself is not, you know, gaudy. It seems like a natural, or not natural, but a decently crafted pedestal. Uh, the glass dome itself just looks like an ordinary dome of glass. And then the two doorways, normal looking doors.
I don't know if we're supposed to meddle with this or if this was. Mm, we came here. I can't remember what the hell we came here to steal.
Was this here when you were here?
Oh no, we took this, but it wasn't. It wasn't. One of us took it without everybody else's knowledge, not the one who drew the cards that caused all this havoc recently. But one of our other companions took it, and then over the months, people had pulled a card here or there, and then we got to where we are today,
Well,
or however it is now. We
every
are, if I recall, in an agency vault. Um, there was other artifacts down here that we came to find, and this was just one of the bonus items that we came across.
well, every place we've been needed at some level so far. So I guess we're needed here.
Oz, what are you up to?
Hmm. He's kind of just more attentive and kind of on edge, considering like everyone's talking about the last two places. So it's like, I don't know if something deadly's about to pop out, or if a little bunny's gonna come and give me a kiss and then gnarl me to death.
Okay, I'm seeing some correlation here too. The first place that we all met was keyed into your time, your history before you even met your crew and friends. Then we met your deity, Then we got flung into Oz's home neck of the woods and met the deity that is tied to his people. And now we're in a place of significance for how shit got to be where it was from my side.
You guys feel a sudden rush as the room around you changes to something more familiar for at least Ertl.
Oh no.
The pedestal disappears. The room expands to where it is, I would like to say, because I would want to remember it correctly, is that it's 25 across, or it's a 25 by 25 room with one section of it corrugated off with uh, blue glass. Uh, there's going to be a lot that I'm going to explain right now. In the center is a desk with a chair, and then behind that there are two rooms or two doors on either side. Um, as you look through the glass on the left hand side, you see a woman chained up. I forget her exact description. Human, uh, kind of roughed up looking, seems to be asleep. As you then start to hear clapping, and your attention immediately goes into the right side of the room. You're not going to save either one of them. Mavmir and Sizzle. I'm sorry. You are not going to save him. Mavmir is here to stay. As you see an Ereckdoon with an asshole-ish, wow, I cannot say that, asshole-ish smile go across his beak. As Ertl, you know this person because you see his floating head every once in a while. It is Abigor, our first little mini boss of the series.
Oh my god, this prick.
Can you roll initiative?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Ertl's been waiting for this for ages. This is fucking therapy for the soul. That's going to be a 19 for me.
I really hope you go first.
10.
Okay. Oz, can you roll initiative? Oz, you're there, buddy? Oh, you on mute.
It just, dude, there was a giant silence. That was it.
That's fine.
It's been laggy this whole time, so please repeat.
Please roll initiative. As you see
Oh,
Abigor, which
oh God.
you don't know him, but Gray does.
That's gonna be a 14.
All right, cool. All right. So Ertl, you're up first.
Oh, we didn't get like another rest from being in like that time god's realm or anything, did we?
Not this time.
Okay. I figured that was the astral sea, not the time god realm. That's okay, that's fine. No, Ertl just like there's like just a tone pitch in his voice. He goes, Abragor, you bastard.
Friend of yours?
Wacky son of a bitch.
And you know what's
Hey.
really funny is as you're saying all of this, like you see, because of one of the cards that you pulled, which is kind of oddly weird for you, is that Abigor's head for you, a ghostly image, is still floating around you.
So first thing that I'm going to do, I don't have any key points left, so that's fun. Where is it? This. Can I do this as a? Oh, it's as a full action.
Oz, you're on deck.
Okay, no, I guess I'm just going for the straight attacks because I don't have much else I can do than that. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go in for. Yeah, I'll just be making 2 swings with my my katana because this motherfucker needs to pay. Will a 16 or an 18 hit?
Both hit.
Okay. Cool. So the first hit is going to have the branding smite because this motherfucker needs to eat some fire. So that's going to be that. 6 points of the branding, and then 6 points from the sword. So that's 12 points, and then the additional sword strike is another 14 points of damage.
Okay.
There's like a heat radiating off of Erdl right now from after doing the branding smite.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oz, you're up.
All right, let's do some funky stuff. Oh yeah, did we ever? I'm assuming this place didn't give us another long rest like the last one, right?
No, it did not.
Yeah, I literally
Cool.
just asked that. I was hoping because I was going to get key points back and be like, okay, we're dumping everything into one hit. I would
Okay,
have caved the guy's skull in with 2 sword strikes.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 26 and 22.
Both hit.
Okay. 17 points of damage, and now Fury of Blows. That's gonna be a 22 and a 27.
Both hit.
For another 19 points of damage.
Nice.
Then that's my turn.
All right. Abigor's turn. To where he doesn't necessarily recognize Oz, but he certainly recognizes Erdl. Hold on. My cat's eating plastic real quick. I gotta go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
No, there's no.
He has to avoid a catastrophe.
Ugh, this is your public service announcement. Cats are not allowed to eat plastic. We don't condone that here. You're not supposed to eat plastic. You understand that, kitten?
No, you're fine. Sorry. It was a tag. It wasn't plastic, so we're good. Here's skitzing out over a tag. Abigor's going to reach out and attack Erdl, to claw him twice. For a 23 on the first.
Okay.
A dirty 20 on the second.
We actually had some hits.
Yeah, for 11 damage on the first one. And 18 on the second.
Damn. seriously had some hits.
Yep.
That's going to be a hellish rebuke from me.
Okay.
So that's going to be a dex save of 19 or 15. What'd you say the damage was total?
Uh, 29. He got a
Okay.
3 for his deck save.
All right, hold on. Take the damage off. Owie. Hellish Rebuke is 2d10. So, boom. Boom. That is 7 points of Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Eobard.
So I just watched this random bird that I've never met before take and scratch the 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 turtle I met an hour ago, maybe. I am marveling at what did I get myself into in this, but
That you got pulled into.
yeah, whatever I got into in this. But I decided, okay, well, we're in for a penny. I have a direct line of sight, correct?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to look really exasperated and just point and lightning bolt him at 6th.
Okay.
And that's a getting past a dex save of 17.
Oh my god.
11.
And I'm going to use my channel divinity on it,
Max damage.
and he's taking 66.
All right. He had 36 health left. So how would you like to do this?
I look just done with being tossed around time at this point. At this point, I have basically like, all right, I'm done. I am done. And I point, and lightning bolts straight in the chest. Just clean. I'm done.
Okay. As the electricity courses through him, no, he doesn't explode in just a puff of feathers. Yeah, you just kill him outright. A nice little burn mark of a star pattern emblazed on his chest as he keels over. And with that, as you are standing around, you notice that it is Marigold behind the glass. And
That's what I realized, yeah.
and what would be behind the left-hand side of the door would be a your old clerk friend, Mathmere.
Mm.
To where when he was kidnapped, this was the facility that held him in Detip. The the sense of purpose that you have in this place is you're not sure why you were brought here. And you start to look around as Oz and Ubard, and then you look down at your hands as you all start fading into dust, like how your companions did back at the beginning of the session, to where bits and pieces of you are starting to break off, and as like the scene of the end of Endgame,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
to where you kind of scatter in the wind. And that's where I'm going to call session. And Flight just randomly texted, "She's hot." I don't necessarily. I'm guessing Marigold. Marigold's hot. That's what I'm going with.
Cephine, the pictures that I posted above it.
All right. I'm still gonna go with she called Marigold was hot.
Sure.
This is not the end of your story, and it's not a I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark moment. Uh, and you don't know whether or not if you will be called upon again to go and try to help weave in different parts of the time stream that have been messed up. Uh, as for the vault that was in the agency that you guys were in, there were no traps. When you go and pull off the lid from the pedestal, it gave you a warning that this was a extremely dangerous magic item.
Oh my god, that's right.
Uh,
It was
and it
so stupid.
and it had the full deck of many things in it. Um. So yeah. So
If I had known that was in the bag, I would have taken it with the idea of keeping it from all of them. I'm glad you did not tell me what was in the bag.
well, I was holding them in my hand because I thought someone would just go over and rip off the fucking glass and just.
I couldn't remember if there was a trap or not, and I forgot that it was just one of those red herring. There's no traps. It's just
You originally, this was the first time that I think you guys have really met Amir to where he this was when you made the deal with him.
oh my lord, yeah.
Because he originally sent you to go and get the seed of Estus.
Yep.
And you guys did, and that's where Quentin, I think, stole the deck. Because you guys went into the next room and he hung out there. But that's neither here nor there.
I thought that Amir wanted us to get an egg, and Ertl had like a firm stop on that. It was like, no, I'm not taking an unborn child from a creature.
That might have been the first one, and then the second one was the Vault, because he was originally dressed up as Sizzle.
Okay.
And yeah. But that's going to be our session. Dragon egg. Okay. We had the party first. I don't know. So, without further ado, I will let my players take it away. Yes, you guys were having a party with Amir because he was celebrating coming back out. Anyway, we're gonna go and kick it. I'll give it to our newest player, Concleod. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Hi, I'm Concleod. You'll find me at Concleod on the Discord, on TikTok, on Twitch as a variety streamer, and also as the DM for Evils of Infericuse. The next Evils of Infericuse is Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern before the big game. And yeah, hopefully we're going to have some fun there.
You were a centaur, not a horse. Ertl.
Hey, yeah, it's Ertl. Possibly for the last time as Ertl for a while, or maybe not. We'll see. Ertl's just dust in the wind, but
You are the thread that
what the hell is that?
It's Gray.
Gray, you are the thread.
Yeah,
Damn.
I was like, what? What's
I
going
didn't even know
on?
it was happening.
That's all right.
It's on low level, and I have it right underneath my mic, so that was my bad. I didn't even hear it.
That's all right. That's all right.
I had my headphones on.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm Ertl. You can find me on the Discord. That's usually where I am. That's my usual shtick. Is I just hang and chill on the Discord. Usually, if we're doing our play-by-post, which has been a little sparse lately, but there's been a whole lot going on in game, so it's been a little hard to try and do the play-by-post stuff with that. But yeah, no, you'll find me there, posting funny memes, responding to other people's shenanigans, that sort of thing. So, and then I guess on to Gray, who is also here, even though you only see his glorious character representation.
Yes, because my computer is being dum dum. But I am the Gray Jedi. You can find me in the Discord as Gray. If you need a map made, hit me up. And come tomorrow morning, I'm going to set a time for upload for probably around 11 o'clock a.m. Come check out episode 11, Planescape, Edge of the Void.
Uh, and without further ado, I've been the DM, Sword, or Spicy Nug. Thanks for joining us for the session. Have a great day, evening, or afternoon. You can always check out the links down below for our YouTube channel and our Discord. Hopefully, we'll see you then. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Bye.